Hello and good morning from Helsinki. We have been a few weeks on the island now and we are back in town and we got our eyes lasered. Those who have been following us on Instagram know that we had eye surgery, both of us, and now we can see without glasses. And today we are going to take you through a stroll through the city. We have some friends here visiting us and we're going to show you things that we didn't show you on this video from Helsinki 2 years ago, and we are going to take you with us, so let's go. Helsinki also has city bikes. They are quite everywhere. You can see on the map here where the stations are. And for one day it's 5 euros, 1 week is 10 euros, and the whole season is 30 euros. The system is pretty easy. You check in online and here you have your velo. And if you want to ride the tram, you can't pay with the driver, and you have an app that you can use which is called HSL Mobile, and you just download the app and you say you want to take a ticket for today for Helsinki, and it's 220 and it charges it on your credit card and off you go.
Are these the only possibilities to get tickets?
I think it is.
No machines anymore?
No machines, nothing, no money.
And the Helsinki Cathedral, which you can see behind me, it's covered with tourists. You can see all the buses just around the square. And if you want to have a silent moment and take pictures of out tourists, come early in the morning or around 7 in the evening, which is also really nice because the sun is setting and the sky can be really red sometimes.
This is the old church in the Old Church Park. It's one of the oldest churches, and the particularity of the church here is that it's made entirely of wood. And the park here has a lot of graves, and these are people who were killed by the plague in the 17th century. So it's a pretty spooky place. Café Ekberg on Boulevard is the oldest cafe in Helsinki, and we're going to have an espresso here. What else? So the Gothic revival style built St. John's Church, in Finnish Johanneksen kirkko, was completed in 1891, and it's the biggest stone church in Finland, and the interior has a lot of wooden carvings in it. So it has a very cozy atmosphere. This church is often used for Christmas concerts because of the nice and cozy atmosphere in it.
The next stop is going to be the Finnish Design Museum, where we have never been to actually since we are coming here for more than 13 years, and it's featuring a Timo Sapaneva exhibition this time, which is a very famous Finnish designer.
inventions was to create the molds for the glass from burnt wood that creates this surface on the glass that you can find in many of the glasses and sculptures he was using. So this is an example of these burnt molds.
So to give you an overview where we currently are in Helsinki, we are in the design district and we are heading now to the market hall, and then we will have a look at these churches as well. So let's go.
This is the traditional market hall, the old market hall in Helsinki. Today it has more transformed into a food outlet because of cruise ship tourists, but it has this charm inside. If you want to see a real market hall, you should go to Hakaniemi. They still have like people selling things. This is more food, so if you want to have good food, you can come here. And to see it from the inside is very, very worth it.
So this place really has become like a food court, not like a market hall anymore. Of course, it used to be a market hall, but actually it's a food court. So for a quick bite, for a salmon sandwich or for some other delicacies, it's always worth a visit, but that's it. So we are now on the market square, which is also super touristic. Of course, you still can buy some fruits and berries and apples and mushrooms, etc. But there's one booth here you should definitely come and buy a coffee and a monkey pussy, and that is it's like a Krapfen, like a Berliner in Germany we would say, and it's super fresh, warm and tasty. We're gonna have the specialty now here with our friends. So Marty will explain you now how you really pronounce this.
Monkey possu. Monkey is like a donut, and possu is a pig. So that's the form.
And you have a bite and look how it looks inside.
So this is a very free interpretation of a form of a pig, but it's a pig. And inside it has raspberry jelly. And this thing behind me is called allas. That means a pool. And it's a sea pool with three pools actually, and it's open year round. So in the winter, the two of the three pools are heated to 27 degrees, so you can have a swim outside when it's snowing. And inside you have restaurants and cafes and a sauna, of course, because we're in Finland.
And this is what we are talking about tourism. There are so many tourists here, and mostly of them also are cruise ship tourists.
I'm here in the wind shade because it's a bit windy here. This is the Uspensky Cathedral. Celebrates this year the 150th anniversary. It's built in a Russian Byzantine style, and it's the largest Orthodox church in the Western world. And inside there is a celebration today. There was a service, a wedding service. And there is a story about an icon that is in the church that got stolen in 2007. Quite a small size, about a few kilos. But in an open day between noon and 1 o'clock, when the people was full of tourists, the thing got stolen. And still today it hasn't been found. And they say that this icon has capabilities of healing and making things happen well. So it's a little bit of a drama that this icon is gone.
So it's really funny. When we went to the Uspensky Cathedral, we wanted to show you actually also inside. But there was a wedding happening, an Orthodox wedding, and now we are at the main cathedral here, and there's also a wedding happening, so we cannot go inside. But you can see the church, I think, in our vlog from Helsinki from last time. So click up here and see it. Now we're going to show you a little hint, which is very close by, and many tourists are actually missing.
But just opposite the cathedral, there is the National Library, and that's a place where normally tourists don't go in. because they just don't go there. And it has a very beautiful roof. So follow me.
And also we are unlucky here, the library is closed. But we have been here a couple of days ago and took some pictures, so I'm going to show you now some pictures how it looks inside. It's just beautiful. And you can see the cathedral, the main entrance is just behind me. We are now in the Itala shop on Esplanade in Helsinki city, and here they still are selling the products we just saw in the design museum. So you see the two glass sculptures here behind me, and we saw them just before in the museum. And it's really worth to visit the shop because you can see all kinds of products which are very timeless and very beautiful, and for everyday use actually. And now we're actually done with sightseeing, and there are Igor and Stefan.
Hello.
Hello. Some of you know them already from previous vlogs. And now we're heading to the countryside to our summer house. Before we have to pick up the car and drive to the supermarket and buy some food for the weekend. And we will show you a little bit of the supermarket because I know some of you really like to see supermarkets. Let's go. So we are in Kirkkonummi now.
Yes, we're going shopping.
And this is a really super big supermarket called Prisma, where you can find everything. So this is a supermarket actually in the countryside where you can buy everything, and you can also buy Itala, this design thing, and there you can see that this is actually daily design here in Finland. Beautiful design. Cups also from Hapanimi here, plates, etc. So basically the food, it looks the same like every supermarket, but then you have all these different kinds of salmon here and fish here as well, and salmon and herring and different kind of fresh fish. So Marty is currently buying a fish which we are going to smoke. And what else are you going to buy?
I'm going to buy salmon, which I'm going to marinate.
And make?
Gravlax. Marinated.
Another specialty is of course all the different kinds of salmon you can buy here in Finland in the supermarket. And then also all the different kinds of herring, like with a mustard sauce, with ginger, with crayfish marinade, with cocktail sauce. So they are, I don't want to say hundreds, but there are so many different forms of herring. And then also, of course, marinated herrings here in different forms, which we call Rollmops in Germany. And yeah, we're gonna have that for one night on the island as well. And for the barbecue, we of course need also sausages, and they have so many different kinds of sausages. And actually, I don't really understand what is what, but I have chosen Günther, which is kind of like a Nürnberger Wurst, and Fottossen, which I don't really know what this is. And another specific thing, which is in Sweden and in Finland, different from other supermarkets or supermarkets in Europe, is that the alcohol is completely out of the supermarket. So the supermarket is actually over there, and this is a shop called Alcohol, or Alco, where you buy your alcohol actually. Igor is laughing at me. So you can only buy alcohol products or alcohol drinks up to 5.4 or 5.5% in the normal supermarket, so beer actually. But for everything else you have to go to Alco. Now we are done with the food shopping.
Finally.
Yeah, and now we are heading to the island. So thank you very much for watching this vlog from Helsinki town and some food shopping experience.
And this is the way we saw it with new eyes.
With new eyes, yeah, no glasses anymore.